Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is AP Media. So today I'll be doing a quick breakdown on this design that I made. Okay, I made this design on the 30th of August 2025. So for this wedding, these are all the layers you can see here. So I'll be doing a quick breakdown. I'll walk us through all the layers of this design. I'll explain the background, the foreground, the effects that I created, the fonts and everything. Okay, so if this is the first time you're coming across my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and you can also check my previous videos I've made, birthday designs, event designs, Photoshop tricks and all of that. I have a number of videos on this channel, so kindly check out my channels to check out to see some of my old videos or some of my previous videos that I've made. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now you can see the layers of this design here at the right side of my screen. Right, this is my workspace. I've explained in my previous video how the kind of workspace that I use for my designs on Photoshop. Right, so that's why I have my layers at this part of the screen. Okay, so I'm going to turn off all the layers and I would open them one after the other, and I'll try to do a breakdown. Now you can see I'm turning off the layers and it's responding, right? So I'm turning off all the layers. We are going to see the things that happened in this design. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so we are here now. So this is the empty design. By the way, this size is called it's Instagram size. Okay, I just did Control plus N now. So Instagram size 1080 by 1350 pixels, and I'm using 200 is it 200 resolution. I'm using 300 pixel per inch ppi. Okay, so this is the design. So the first thing I did was to bring to make my background black. Okay, I wanted to do a monochrome design or a feel of black design. Okay, black and white kind of design. Okay, so that was what inspired this design. So I started with having a black background, and then I brought in this light reflection effect. Okay, this is the image, black, like an out a reflection of light coming from outside into the room, maybe through a window or stuff. Okay, so I brought in this image. Okay, I brought in this image and we have this. Okay, so this one, I changed the blend mode to luminosity. Let's see how the original image is. Okay, this is the original image. All right, this is the original image. So I changed the blend mode to luminosity. It gave me in black and white. All right, and I reduced the opacity to 40%. Okay, 40%. Yes, I reduced the opacity to 40%. You can see it from here. So that was what I created here, and I added this crown on her head. Yes, I added this crown on her head. I downloaded this one from pngwing.com. Okay, so let's see the crown in. I think I turned the crown to black and white. The crown is something like this. Initially, the crown is something like this with this, is it red or purple or pink kind of dots around it. But remember, I said I wanted to do something around monochrome or a monochromatic kind of design. So I needed to keep it black and white at that side. So I did that and I reduced the opacity to 50%. Remember that this is just like for the background, right? So I needed to keep that one flat there, and I added this image. Okay, so I added this image. Now this is the original image, but I did not use this particular one. Okay, I did a bit of camera raw filter effect and I had this. Okay, but before then there's this light. There's this light reflection. I used the blend mode I used for this was lighting. So let's look at how the light is initially. So this diagonal background or diagonal kind of light is still like the same effect of light coming through the window, right? Maybe you have a dark room and then there are some elements of light coming out of the window. So that was what I used this light. By the way, I think I downloaded this off Freepik. Okay, I got this particular effect from Freepik. So I kept it like this. I changed the blend mode to screen or lighting, but I use lighting for this one. Okay, so I did lighting for that, and I added this image at the front of the light. So we have the image at the back, we have the light at the middle, and we have this image at the front. And then the image at the front is black and white, right? So let's go. And because I'm going to write something at the front, so I added this one on top. So this one was just a rectangle. So I drew a rectangle. Let me disable the layer mask. I drew a rectangle like this and I brushed it to add this layer mask so that I can have a plain space to write something. Okay, and so that excuse me, so that the bottom will not be black completely, I added this little bit of flower. Look at, I added this flower. I mean 100%. And so the flower is like this. This is how the flower is, something like this. All right, so I just changed the blend mode to screen and I reduced the opacity to 10%. Okay, I just want it to lay there. All right, so that was what I did there. And okay, so this particular one was a text effect. Okay, this is a text effect I did, and because of time I'm not going to go into detail of on how I generated this particular text effect. So this was a text effect I did outside of this design. So I just brought this text effect into this design. So I duplicated it and I gave it white color and I added motion blur. Look at motion blur, Gaussian blur from this part of my screen. Okay, so and I placed the text directly on top of it. Then I did an amazing creative here. I don't know if many people paid attention to what I did here. So I placed, all right, there is this ring, okay, two rings with this love shape, right, intertwined. So I got this image and I have words. Okay, let's see. Yes, Grace weds John. So the words, this is like the ring now. The words entered the ring like this, as though I created that illusion of these words inside the ring. So what I did there was to I placed these words at the back. Okay, I already converted it to a smart object. Let me open the smart object. So this is a smart object like this, right? Red and words directly on top of it. So I have it like this, and I duplicated another one. I kept it on top of it. I added layer mask. Let me remove the layer mask. So this one is on top of it. So after I added layer mask, I brushed off this part. So it now gave me that illusion of words intertwining or passing through the ring. Do we understand? Okay, so that was what I did at that part. Let me zoom out now. That was what I did, and we have the logo here. So on the logo, what I also did on the logo was I added blending option. I tried to blend this text with the background. That's why we have this particular icon here. Okay, that's why we have this particular icon. So to do that, you just go to your effect control, blending option. Okay, so from my blending option, these sliders that I have here, I held down Alt and I dragged this one like this. So I just added more of it. You can see the way it's blending now, but this is too much, so I didn't do this. Okay, so Ctrl Z. So that was what I did to blend the text with the background. So I did that blend with the background there, and I added this light, like rainbow drops of light. Let's see how the light was. Disable layer mask and normal. So this is how the light is. Okay, this is how the light is. I changed the blend mode to linear dodge add. Okay, linear dodge add. Then I, of course, the light is too much, so I had to brush off some part of the light from the face. And okay, this particular one was, this part of the screen was becoming too dark, so I added light. I added this green light to just balance up that particular place. Then we have the date, 30th August 2025 at the bottom here. Then I still added another light. Yes, look at this part of the screen. Okay, I still added another light to also balance up from that part of the screen. I added noise. If you've been following my tutorials, I used to talk about this color noise a lot on my design, so I added that. I added color lookup. Okay, let's see the particular. I used this edge amber. What color lookup did I use? Okay, I can't see it right now. But I added the color lookup here, and yeah, I added this butterfly on her head. You know this, I don't know what ladies call it. There's this pin that ladies usually use on their head. So I felt, let me add something like that to the hair to make it more beautiful. Okay, like finishing touches. So that was what I added there. And to the down was becoming somehow flat for me, so I just did this shape to distract that flatness at the bottom. And when I was done with the design, I did camera raw filter. I've explained this in one of my previous tutorial, but let me just run another explanation on it. So what I did there was to do Control Shift Alt and E on my keyboard. So it's going to bond all the layers into one. That is going to export the whole design and it will place it at the top of the layer or the particular place where you are. For this case, I was already at the top of the layer, so it duplicated it and placed it. So I did a camera raw filter here. Look at camera raw filter. I added sharpness, brightness. I did some little bit of color works there in the camera raw filter. So that was basically the things I did, and that was all. Okay, so this is everything about the design. All right, so if you follow this tutorial up to this very moment, please do me a favor by liking this video and also subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question regarding all the breakdown I've just done, if you have any question regarding anything, if you need me to explain more on certain things, please drop a question in the comment section. I'll be willing to answer all your questions in the comment section. All right, so this is going to bring me to the end of this tutorial. I hope you found this helpful. If you found this helpful, please, like I said again, like this video. You can share this video with somebody you know, a graphic designer, somebody who is interested in graphic design. All right, you can share this video with them, and I really appreciate that. All right, so until I come your way again, this is AP Media. I'll see you on the next one.